Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope spotted her infidelity. Could this be the start of Carter and Hope's demise? Hope and Carter got into a heated argument, Steffi refused to back down, Finn has another bomb ready to go off, and Daphne Rose was prepared to flee. What took place on the Bold and the Beautiful today? Zend asked Daphne Rose about her intentions to go back to Paris in the design room. How about the debut of the scent line? Well, from the other side of the world, Daphne Rose can handle it. However, what about the scheme to seize Carter from Hope, Annika Noel, by getting her claws into him? That is much stickier, isn't it? Zend discovered Daphne Rose had feelings for the company boss in a matter of minutes. Hope made it quite evident across the hall that she's seen all that transpired between him and Daphne Rose and that she was demanding explanations. How could he give her a kiss? Hope refused to accept Carter's attempt to place the entire blame on the perfumer. And this was his mess. When Carter revealed that he had been opening up to the dominant player, their relationship became strained. Hope was annoyed to learn that he was spending so much time and care on Daphne Rose, but to learn that he was also confiding in her? Well, Hope was furious about that. She lost her mind a little. Before leaving, she grabbed Daphne Rose's choker and hurled it at Carter. Furthermore, where did Hope flee to? Well, across the hall. She entered, closed the door, and confronted Daphne Rose about her feelings for Carter. Dads and daughters. Luna, meanwhile, stood in awe that she had at last found a father. And it's someone she already loves and knows? That's fantastic. However, it didn't set well with her since her father is also her cousin. Additionally, the fact that she attempted to murder Steffi so many months earlier did not sit well. If only she had realized that Steffi was her stepmother. The difficult questions were posed by Luna. Will their future be ruined by her past? She questioned whether Finn could even consider her a daughter rather than a heartless murderer who sought to ruin his life. The only thing Finn could do was give her a hug and leave to go take care of Steffi. Is true love going to win? Taylor and Ridge agreed back at the Cliff house that she and the children would be safer if they moved into the family's house. They expressed their fear and anxiety and enumerated all of their justifications. Steffi refused to be convinced. She remained steadfast in her devotion to Finn. She has faith in her husband and knows he will keep her and the kids safe. Returning to the mansion, Taylor and Ridge bemoaned Steffi's faith in her husband. They decided that they couldn't stop working to protect their daughter. It's fortunate that Luna is incarcerated, so they don't have to worry too much, isn't it? If only they were aware. Regarding Steffi, she was reenacting the heroic rescue of Finn and Luna's attempt to murder her. She informed him of her parents' worries and her dedication to their life and family when he got home. She was interrupted by Finn, who told her that she needed to know more about Luna. Hope's fury and Taylor's requests. On the episode that aired on Wednesday, March 5th, things were heated. While Taylor makes fresh demands, Hope finds out about Carter's betrayal. Hope finds out about Carter's betrayal on the Bold and the Beautiful's Wednesday, March 5th episode, while Taylor insists that Steffi leave Finn. Finn wants to maintain harmony in his marriage in the interim. Will it, however, work? Take a look at the thrilling drama that is about to start. Hope observes Red. Carter was seen kissing Daphne, Muriel Hilaire, by Hope. He had the option to back off, but he chose not to. Her charm was too strong for Carter to refuse. Hope is telling Carter that she witnessed everything. He wouldn't acknowledge kissing Daphne, though. There was nothing that before the kiss, he said. Hope made an effort to get Carter to tell the truth. Reluctantly, he acknowledged discussing the Forrester takeover with Daphne. Carter's guilt is already overwhelming him. He must now face the repercussions of his behavior. Hope became aware of Carter's treachery. She was the only person in his life, he told her. She believed they were creating a lovely life together, but now she knows it's all a lie. Hope is unsure of her beliefs. She becomes enraged, which causes her to confront Daphne. She inquired as to whether Daphne had developed feelings for Carter. Will Daphne give in to Hope again? Or will the two quarrel about the CEO's shame? Preserving harmony. Finn is attempting to maintain harmony in the meanwhile. He worries about Steffi's, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, reaction to Luna's, Lisa Yamada, release from prison. Finn is experiencing mixed emotions once more. He's having them for his daughter this time. Despite Finn's inability to feel the same way, Luna assured him that she loved him. Rather, he informed her that he was unable to remain any longer. He needed to speak with his wife at home. Luna's goal is to entangle him in her web. She is thrilled to have her father in her life at last. Will Finn, however, follow Steffi's advice and throw Luna out? Or will he wish to know his daughter better? Finn continues to think that he could have helped Luna have a stable life. These contradictory emotions are likely to persist. Taylor's new requests. Steffi met with Ridge and Taylor to discuss Finn's startling secret. Tridge concurred that their daughter ought to leave her husband alone, but she refuses to do so. Although Steffi is relieved that Luna is in prison, things could change soon. Taylor remained adamant that Steffi follow her suggestion to move out. Hold off till Steffi learns of Finn's covert actions. She will recognize the recurrence of her trauma. Luna is out in the open. This might make all the difference, even though she is now under custody. Steffi will come to the realization that she is no longer secure. Now that Luna is aware that Finn is her biological father, who can say what she could do? She would like that no one interfere with their newly formed father-daughter relationship. We can't wait to watch how this develops over the remainder of the week. To follow the drama as it develops, keep watching BMB on CBS and Paramount Plus this week. Carter betrays their new romance by gaslighting Hope about Daphne kissing. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful show how Carter is taking advantage of Hope's emotional weaknesses and sense of rejection after Steffi attacked HFTF. Carter is separating Hope from her family and psychologically manipulating her with sarcastic praise and fake approval. A Carter's betrayal inspirals Hope. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter tries to deceive Hope about his kiss with Daphne by saying he was only surprised when Hope caught them in the act. When Hope Logan entered at the worst possible time, he saw the man who had assured her that he was different from everyone else sharing a passionate kiss with Daphne Rose. Hope is reeling from Carter's pitiful attempt to defend himself, and the taste of betrayal is all too familiar. I hope to catch the red-handed carpenter with Daphne. After noticing something she never anticipated seeing, her purportedly loyal partner kissing Daphne Rose, Hope Logan confronted Carter Walton. Hope was excited to celebrate their recent success at Forrester Creations, so the timing couldn't have been worse. She encountered treachery rather than joy. Carter's response to Hope's demand for an explanation was nothing more than traditional gaslighting. Today has been intense, he said, although he maintained that Daphne was solely responsible for the kiss. Carter claims that he was simply surprised by Daphne's actions and that kissing him was the last thing he anticipated. For a moment, Hope didn't believe his weak justification. Devastated by Carter's repeated assurances that he wouldn't be like the other men in her life who had failed her, she reminded him, "I believed in you." She was now feeling that same, acrid taste of betrayal all over again. The Carter's defense to gaslighting fails. Desperate to prove his innocence, Carter insisted that he didn't lead Daphne on and that their conversation was merely conversation. Hope made it clear that she already felt there was more to the story than Carter was acknowledging when she questioned if he had been sharing his feelings with Daphne. Despite his efforts to downplay the events, Hope was unable to deny what she had personally seen. Carter's defense, which became worse with each repetition, was that he was just surprised by the kiss. Hope flung Daphne's scarf at him before storming out, leaving Carter standing by alone with his increasingly flimsy explanations, her wrath boiling over. Also. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful, despite the Luna paternity bombshell, Steffi confronts Taylor and refuses to leave Finn. Daphne contains feelings for Zen's Carter. At the same time, Daphne and Zen Forrester were having an eye-opening discussion in the design office. Daphne's response to Zen's question about why she left Los Angeles and whether Carter was the cause told him all he needed to know. Daphne first claimed she didn't have time to answer, but she quickly acknowledged the reality of her shifting emotions. The plan is changing, she told Zen, alluding to Steffi Forrester's plot to remove Hope and Carter from office. Daphne claims that Carter has shown her that he has integrity beneath his ambition and is coming around to seeing he was wrong. As Daphne continued to reflect on Carter's good heart, Zen accurately noted that she was speaking as though she had grown fond of Carter, something Daphne was unable to refute. Hope directly Daphne confronts. Hope left Carter and immediately went to face her opponent. Hope slammed the door behind her as she discovered Daphne in the design office and asked right away whether she was leaving Los Angeles. Hope got right to the point without waiting for a response. Is it because you're falling for Carter? These two women, who seemed to be growing close to the same man, had a dramatic confrontation as a result of the clash. The balance of power at Forrester Creations is at stake, with Carter caught in the middle and his relationship with Hope possibly in ruins. Finn showed Steffi his devastating reality. Another bombshell is set to be dropped at the Cliff home while the Carter, Hope, and Daphne drama plays out at Forrester. When Dr. John Finn Finnegan got home, he discovered Steffi Forrester's parents were pressuring her to leave him. Steffi didn't know what Finn was going to divulge, but she declined since she thought they could handle anything together. Also see. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Does Taylor forget shooting Bill while criticizing Finn? Her stunning hypocrisy is revealed. After giving his wife a hug and telling her that she and the kids are his top priorities, Finn made the terrifying announcement, "There's something else you need to know about Luna." Steffi's terrified look indicates that she is unprepared for what is about to happen. After learning that Finn was her biological father, Luna Nozawa had an emotional reunion with him at Bill Spencer's house earlier. As Luna told Finn that she had been waiting her entire life to be hugged by her father, she broke down in tears. Despite being conflicted over Luna's criminal history and her treatment of his family, Finn first expressed empathy before stating that he had to be honest with Steffi. Will Steffi be able to come to terms with the fact that the woman who drugged and kidnapped her is her husband's child? Or will Steffi have to leave the man she loves for her own safety since Ridge and Taylor's warnings turn out to be accurate? Does Taylor forget shooting Bill while criticizing Finn? Her stunning hypocrisy is revealed. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes receives criticism for pressuring Steffi to leave Finn because of Luna's instability while conveniently ignoring her own violent history with Bill Spencer. Is the psychiatrist the most hypocritical person in the world? The pot calling the kettle black, huh? These days, Taylor Hayes is quite brave as she exhorts daughter Steffi to divorce her husband Finn because of his biological relationship to the dangerous Luna. Is the psychiatrist's violent past conveniently forgotten? Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful have been in complete awe of Taylor Hayes' astounding hypocrisy in the recent storyline. The esteemed doctor, who ought to be examining her own actions, has been insistently pressuring Steffi Forrester to dissolve her union with Finn due to the threat posed by his recently discovered daughter Luna. Let's take a moment to think about this. This is the same Taylor who, after shooting Bill Spencer in the face, let Ridge Forrester perish in prison while remaining silent about her guilt. You can't make this stuff up, really. The selective amnesia that Taylor has about her own crimes. This astounding double standard is being appropriately called out by viewers. When Taylor shot Bill Spencer in 2018, she was committing a violent act herself. It wasn't just the shooting, but she first allowed Ridge to be imprisoned as a result of her activities before finally going clean. This was a major violent crime with a cowardly cover-up, not some small infraction or temporary error in judgment. The same woman is now standing on her moral high horse in March 2025, demanding that Steffi leave the guy she loves because his daughter has displayed violent, unstable tendencies. You could cut the irony with a knife because it is so thick. Also. B&B spoilers, their new romance is destroyed by betrayal as Carter dashes hopes that Daphne will kiss him. A history of relationship meddling. Taylor has inserted herself in places where she doesn't belong before. She made a concerted effort to ruin Hope and Liam's wedding back in 2018, which resulted in turmoil and drama. She has a long history of interfering in relationships, which makes her current position against Finn even more puzzling. Another aspect of this hypocrisy that fans have quickly pointed out is that, even though Taylor shot Liam's father, she was totally okay with Liam remaining with Steffi. But she's unable to accept Finn's relationship with Luna now? It's amazing how the double standard works. Luna versus Finn, the clear game. Finn isn't accountable for Luna's actions, but Taylor is treating him like he is, which is what makes this scenario especially harsh. With efforts to hurt Steffi and a history of extremely upsetting conduct that fans refer to as deeply damaged and a clinical case, Luna has undoubtedly shown herself to be dangerous. But is it fair to hold Finn responsible for his daughter's actions while ignoring her own violent past? It's really wealthy. It's unclear if Steffi will eventually confront her mother about this obvious inconsistency. Will she allow someone else bear the repercussions of her own terrible crime and remind Taylor of it? Or will she keep following her mother's contradictory advice? The double standard psychology. A psychiatrist's failure to identify her own psychological blind spots is especially amusing. Taylor argues that she shot Bill to protect Steffi, but she is unable to apply the same logic to Finn's predicament. Also. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. After telling Steffi to leave Finn, is Taylor the worst therapist ever? The way that this plotline captures the complicated, fallible character of people, even those who are meant to be authorities on human behavior, may be its most intriguing feature. Although it irritates viewers who can plainly see what Taylor cannot, her incapacity to recognize her own hypocrisy provides for gripping drama. Will Taylor ever realize how unfair she is? Will Steffi see through the hypocrisy or heed her mother's advice? How long will Finn put up with being evaluated by someone who has personally spilled blood? This plot is far from finished, and the tensions are still rising. There is little doubt that Steffi and Taylor's admirers will not overlook Taylor's egregious hypocrisy. Finn's decision to keep yet another secret has set the stage for an explosive showdown that promises to engulf his already turbulent relationship with Steffi in a maelstrom of deceit, heartache, and corporate intrigue in the maze-like world of Forrester Creations, where every whispered secret has the power to redefine loyalties and every hidden truth can shatter long-held alliances. For Finn, a man who has long walked the fine line between charm and moral ambiguity, this new secret is not just another forgotten chapter in his past, rather, it is a ticking time bomb that threatens to unravel the delicate fabric of trust he has painstakingly woven with Steffi, whose own emotional armor has been battered by previous betrayals and whose fierce determination to protect both her heart and the legacy of her family now collides headlong with the weight of Finn's concealed truths. Finn's silence about this crucial piece of information, a secret that may relate to unresolved matters from his past, hidden familial connections, or decisions made in the name of protection, casts a long, ominous shadow over his present in a twist that seems both inevitable and devastating. Steffi, who is always observant and fiercely independent, starts to notice subtle discrepancies and evasive behaviors that raise the possibility of something far more sinister than a simple communication breakdown. Every quick glance and momentary hesitation in Finn's responses is a silent testament to the inner turmoil he struggles with, a turmoil that is fueled by his fear of vulnerability and the daunting prospect of exposing a truth that, once revealed, could irreparably damage the foundation of trust upon which their relationship is built. In boardrooms where strategy and ambition collide with personal vendettas, every mistake, every carefully concealed detail, becomes fodder for those eager to exploit weaknesses, and Finn's steadfast refusal to divulge the truth amplifies an atmosphere of mistrust and uncertainty that is as corrosive as it is unpredictable. As rumors of dissatisfaction and the low murmur of suspicion ripple through the corridors of the Forrester empire, the tension between Finn and Steffi intensifies, setting off a chain reaction of emotional and professional repercussions that could threaten not only their personal relationship but also the carefully balanced power dynamics that have long governed the corporate battles for control of the family legacy. Steffi's journey has been characterized by a relentless pursuit of authenticity and success in a world where appearances frequently conceal the most profound betrayals. Finn's new secret feels like a betrayal all over again, one that not only calls into question the integrity of the partnership they have forged in the crucible of personal loss and corporate warfare, but also undermines the intimacy they once shared. Her intuition, sharpened by years of navigating treacherous emotional waters, tells her that this is not just a minor oversight, but a purposeful act of omission intended to shield Finn from accountability, and as the specter of his undisclosed truth grows larger, she is forced to face the painful reality that the man she loves may be harboring a darkness that could consume everything they have worked so hard to build together. The ensuing drama is complex and intensely personal. On one level, there is the unvarnished, emotional confrontation between two souls connected by passion and treachery, as Steffi struggles with the opposing impulses to demand transparency and to shield her own vulnerable heart from additional harm. On another level, there is the high-stakes corporate intrigue, where Finn's secret could upend important alliances within Forrester Creations, as rival factions and opportunistic players circle. Like vultures, waiting for the moment when the truth comes to overthrow the status quo and redraw the power dynamics in favor of those who are willing to take advantage. In intimate moments of tension, late-night talks in the quiet seclusion of darkened rooms, whispered exchanges full of implied meanings, and the tense silence that follows each evasive response, Steffi finds herself on the verge of making a choice that could either preserve what little trust remains between them or irrevocably destroy the relationship they have worked so hard to build over years of mutual victories and heartbreaking losses. Every word Finn says, every gesture that reveals a trace of regret or fear, becomes a clue in the complex puzzle of his hidden past, and as Steffi gradually puts the pieces of his meticulously crafted facade back together, she starts to realize that the secret he is keeping is not just a trivial detail but a storm that could drastically alter their lives in ways neither of them is ready to face. A man who, in spite of his charm and charisma, has always been plagued by the mistakes of his past, by decisions made in times of desperation or misguided loyalty, and who now finds himself caught in a web of his own making, where the cost of silence is measured not only in personal heartbreak but also in the potential collapse of the carefully balanced world he inhabits, raises the emotional stakes with the intricate interplay of legacy, duty, and personal redemption that defines Finn's character. His internal conflict is evident as he struggles to keep Steffi safe from the painful realities of his past while also realizing that keeping the truth from her could cause her much more harm in the long run. Every day that goes by without the secret being revealed is a day of increasing tension because every unexplained action and every brief moment of hesitation acts as a silent drumbeat signaling the impending explosion of truth, a truth that, once revealed, is bound to have far-reaching effects that go well beyond the boundaries of their private relationship, possibly upending the entire Forrester Creations organization and changing the direction of corporate conflicts that have defined the family's legacy for generations. Steffi's inner strength is put to the test in the midst of this emotional storm like never before. The woman who has persevered through innumerable storms and come out on top of betrayal now finds herself at a crossroads where she must decide whether to confront Finn with all of her anger and demand that he reveal the secrets that threaten to destroy them or to withdraw into a shell of self-preservation and risk the breakdown of the love and trust that have long been the foundation of their relationship. Finn's silence has consequences that go beyond the private realm of their relationship. Rumors and half-truths spread at a startling rate, and every hint of disloyalty is magnified into a headline that threatens to damage Finn and Steffi's reputations. This predicament is made worse by the constant threat of public scrutiny, as every action they take is observed by an audience that thrives on drama and scandal. The emotional landscape transforms into a complex tapestry of love, betrayal, fear, and the desperate desire for redemption as the tension builds and the inevitable confrontation approaches. Each thread in this tapestry holds the dual promise of healing and destruction, and the outcome is left uncertain until the last, fateful moment when all secrets are revealed. The dramatic irony is evident in this final chapter of their story. Although Finn thinks that keeping the secret will somehow protect the delicate balance of his life and spare Steffi from the hurt of his previous transgressions, the reality is that his silence only serves to exacerbate the distrust and resentment that have been building beneath the surface, laying the groundwork for a confrontation that is both inevitable and catastrophic. This is because in the high-stakes drama world of the bold and the beautiful, the truth, no matter how deeply buried, has a way of coming to the most unexpected times, frequently with explosive as well as transformative consequences. Finn is caught in a never-ending internal conflict as he negotiates the perilous waters of his hidden past and the impending threat of exposure. This conflict is between the need to preserve the fragile bonds of love and the crushing weight of guilt that comes with living a lie. Each minute that goes by only heightens the dramatic tension, leaving him and Steffi perilously close to falling off a precipice from which there may never be a way back. In the end, the secret that Finn decides to keep is not merely a holdover from past mistakes or a small omission in a relationship that is otherwise stable. It is the pivot that will determine how his life with Steffi develops in the future. It has the potential to either mend old wounds through the catharsis of honest confrontation or to destroy what little trust still exists between them, sending them both into a whirlpool of grief, rage, and irreversible change. The scene is set for an emotional apocalypse as the tension reaches its peak and the inevitable day of reckoning looms large on the horizon. This event will force Finn to face the consequences of his silence and force Steffi to decide whether their love can withstand the corrosive effects of buried truths or whether the weight of another secret is too great to bear. The outcome promises to redefine their relationship, upend long-standing alliances within the Forrester dynasty, and leave an enduring mark on the legacy of a family that has always thrived on the drama of secrets, lies, and the unrelenting pursuit of redemption.